Episode 4. Welcome and cheers. Good Alf. You made it. Okay. So, just to recap, last week we looked at masking and doing this sort of thing where you're sat behind a desk. And what did I promise you last week? Do you remember what I told you? I told you that this week we are going to quite a lot to get in this week, isn't there? Roll the titles. Hi, welcome to the Wild Woods. The reason I've chosen a sort of scary scene is because, if you're scared, I don't know, because I did a Halloween night, a live show. Welcome to Fright Night. And this is what you've got to bear in mind. The reason why these effects are so effective is because you can do this live. People don't expect to see a ghost floating around on a live show. All right, and not many podcasters and vloggers think about doing this because it takes a bit of work. But let's crack on. Let's show you what I mean. So I'm going to add a source, add a file from the media files. Let's go with the fog first of all. So I'm going to open the fog up. Already this is a fog that's got an alpha background, so it's a video that's already got an alpha background, I think. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, so I don't need to color key this. You can get files that have already got alpha backgrounds, which means they're already sort of chroma keyed. What I would suggest you can do with things like this though, let me just put it into play mode so it's on constant play, and don't forget turn that off, keep source in memory because we don't want that. But what I could do is I could probably change the colour effects on this to make it yeah, brilliant. So I could add a colour effect and try and find a green fog maybe, or a red fog. That sort of matches the scene, that nice sort of greeny blue colour. Yeah, so I think I'll go with that. What I'd probably do as well as in a different video editor, I would probably slow it down a bit so it's gentle drift. The other thing you can do is, of course, you can put it behind you because you're green screened or you're chroma keyed or colour keyed. Oops. So now that's drifting nicely behind me rather than across me. You can resize obviously as well. He says, if you can find the, is that the fog one? Yeah, that's as far as it goes. Okay, what else can we do? We can add another file. This is a character I found which I thought was quite cool. Oops, Control Shift F to put that fog where it was before. Let's sort of size him off to me. I'll get him to cover up the I'm a bit annoyed actually because I've bought this background to use in my project and some guy's put his name all over it because he made it. Fair enough, but what's the point in selling things if you're going to put your name all over it? Okay, what I would do with this character is I'd mess around with the contrast, I think, just to see what that does. Darken him up slightly so that people don't notice him straight away, so he sort of appears in the shadows. I might drop the contrast of the colour. No, that's actually quite a good colour system he's got. But I'm going to go to effects, and when he comes in I want him to fade in slowly. So we go with fade, on scene entry and on scene exit, and we'll make it quite a long fade in. So if we go for say 6 seconds, 6,000 milliseconds, turn off keep source memory thing, my favourite button, and let's just have a look how long the fade is there. Oh, that's nice, I like that. So you can imagine you're talking to your viewers on a live show. You click your little hide and reveal, and while you're talking they don't realise it, but this character is suddenly appearing next to you and they're going to go, what the hell? Yeah, this sort of thing works better with a real sort of scene as well. So if you imagine if you're in a studio or something and this thing appears next to you. Okay, let's just hide him for now. So that's that one. The other one I'm going to show you, let's try the ghost, this little ghost thing. I'll probably make him a little bit bigger, and we're going to do exactly the same. We're going to get rid of the black background. Let's have this playing constantly. Hit our favourite button at the bottom and hit play. Okay, so colour key, it's already chosen black for us, so it's just a case of messing around and getting it looking a bit more ghostly. I'll probably put the opacity out like that, might brighten him up slightly. Let's try that. Let's hide the our blood coloured gentleman. Yeah, so again, if you had that as a transition fade in, effects, transitions, fade, on scene entry, we'll go fairly short, 400. You could have the ghost sort of appearing, yeah. And don't forget, you see these boxes appearing around him on the live show. When you're making these reveals and hides, these boxes don't show up to your viewers. They see just this. They see a normal video. All right, and just, you could go, oh, what's that scratching me ear? It's about finding the videos online. Find them ones you can use. Think about how you can, every time you see a video online that you think to yourself, what can I do to that in regards to the colour, and what can I get rid of to make that a little bit special? How to fade it in, what layer to put it in. Remember with the fog I showed you, putting it behind or forwards. The more depth and layers you can get into your presentation on a live show, the more amazed people will be. They'll be like, oh, that's cool, that's cool. That's not just some two fat guys in a studio talking about motorbikes or whatever people do on podcasts these days. And that's no offence to the two fat guys podcast show that do motorbikes.
I drive a Yamaha. Yamaha. It's nice.
I don't know if there is one or not. That is it for this week. Hope you found that a little bit interesting. I'm going to go back home because it's cold outdoors and there's a big dog behind me. Next week, tune in for episode 5, and I'm not going to tell you what it's about this time. You have to tune in to find out. All right, listen, have a good weekend. It's Friday here, and I will see you hopefully in a couple of days' time. All right, take care and stay safe.